Hi, and welcome to this video that is a virtual tour of your course. If you don't know how to get to Blackboard, first navigate to the CCBC homepage and then go to My CCBC and click on Blackboard. Once you're here, click on Courses and Organizations and then select the course that you chose. Once you've done this, your screen should look like this. The most important aspect or feature is this menu over here, which has a black background with white typing. This is where you're going to find all of the relevant information for your course. So let's get started. As you can see, the default setting is that we have our announcements. So every week, there will be a set of announcements that help you to remind you of the upcoming due dates. You can use this to help you remember what you need to be working on for that week. Under announcements is a section called Getting Started. There is a section called Online Learning Readiness, Communication Expectations and Etiquette, Disability Programs and Services, Privacy Policies, Accessibility Statements, Free Tutoring and Additional Mathematics Resources, Testing Center Information, Course Structure. So if any of these are interesting or relevant to you, please take time to read through that information. Under Course Information, the first thing we have is the Instructor Information. That's information about me, Heather Lumen. The most important piece of information here are my office hours. Because of COVID, all of my office hours will be virtual and they will be hosted in Zoom. As you can see, it mentions here that my Zoom office hours are located in Free Tutoring and Extra Help, linked to office hours. That means I need to scroll down in this menu, all the way down where it says Free Tutoring and Extra Help, and then I click on Link to Office Hours. If I click on this link, notice that it will launch a Zoom meeting. Now you can launch the Zoom meeting anytime you want, but I'm only going to be on the other end of that Zoom meeting to talk to you and help you during these times and days. If none of these times and days work for you because of your schedule, just send me an email and let me know. So please take some time on your own to read through this instructor information, and again, send me an email if you have any questions. But what is my email address? Well, for that information and lots of other information, you should click on the syllabus. When you click on the syllabus, notice that there is a blue link that comes up, and then you can see here the syllabus for this course. You should take some time and read through this and get all the information that you need. It explains, for example, that you are expected to spend at least 9 hours every week outside of class studying and reading and preparing for this course. It also tells you what materials you will need and lots of other things that are important to this course. This also tells you how you are going to be evaluated in this course, which is a huge important piece of information. Notice that there's going to be online and written homework, as well as discussions, quizzes, tests, and a final exam. If you add all these percents together, they should add up to 100%. Another important piece of information in the syllabus is that we do not award D's in this class. You earn an A, a B, a C, or an F. The only thing that is passing is a 70% or above. So if you earn below a 70% in this course, that is considered failing and you will have to retake this course. There's some other important information in this syllabus, such as my policy on homework, discussion, and quizzes that you miss or that are past the deadline. Notice that I don't accept late work for any reason. This also goes for unit exams. I do have a final exam replacement policy, which states that if your final exam grade is higher than any of the unit exam grades, then your final exam grade will replace that unit exam. And this policy can only help you, it cannot hurt you. There are other pieces of information in here that are very important as well. For example, the possible dates that you are allowed to take the final exam. It will be proctored synchronously, so you need to make sure that you are available for one of these 2-hour slots in May. The syllabus also mentions that the 3 unit exams will be proctored synchronously as well, and it also refers you to a document, which I've posted on Blackboard, that contains all of the dates and deadlines for this course. So let's go back to Blackboard and look at that calendar. So as you can see, we have instructor information, syllabus, and then calendar. Again, if we click on the calendar, this is the document that shows up. Now it's a little bit small, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a bit better. So for the week of February 1st, we can see that we have 1 written homework assignment that's due, and we have 2 different discussions. One is getting to know you, and one is discussion number 1. We also have a bunch of introductory assignments, and we can see that both the written and online homework are all due on Sunday, February 7th. This is also the deadline for the discussion. Notice that there are not any quizzes or exams for the first week. I strongly recommend, if you have access to a printer, to print this document out, noticing that it's 2 pages long. I couldn't fit it on 1 page. So that you have all the information for the whole semester, all the deadlines printed out for yourself, and you have it handy and available. But if you don't have access to a printer, you can always go online and access it here. Another important piece of information here is, of course, your grades. You can see all the upcoming deadlines and due dates and the assignments, and you can use this to keep track of if you have completed the appropriate assignments. Below course information is a section called course content. The first thing is a discussion board. We will be having weekly discussions, starting with a section where you're just introducing yourself. Notice that this asks for a minimum of 10 sentences, and you're asked to post a picture either of yourself, or it can be something from nature or anything at all. The second discussion board will also be, it's not available yet, but it will be a content related. And again, there will be one per week. Under discussion board, we have course units. This is arguably the most important part of the course. Notice that course units is divided into introductory assignments and then chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I click on introductory assignments, notice that the discussion board is here because the introduction is, in fact, part of your introductory assignment. You also have an introduction to my open math homework that teaches you how to interact with this math homework that we'll be using. You also have a respondus practice. You have a PDF practice assignment, and then you'll have a course information quiz, which is actually a homework grade, and that is based on the information in this video and also contained in Blackboard. If we go back to course units and we click on, for example, chapter 1, notice that each chapter is then organized into sections, which kind of makes sense. So let's say I click on section 1.1. You might notice that there are 2 sets of videos. The lecture videos are my open math videos that are just basic and general. And then there are also the videos that I myself have created. So this is me talking and walking you through some of the topics. If you go through the general lecture videos, these are the required videos, and you still need help, especially with the trickier topics like multi-step equations, which a lot of students find challenging. These videos can help you. In addition to this set of videos, again, one is from my open math, one is the ones that I've created, you also have a homework assignment. This homework assignment is the online assignment, and if I just click on it right here, notice that it launches the my open math assignment. Right now it's telling me that it's not available, but it will be available starting on February 1st, and you will be able to complete that assignment online. Notice that if I go back to chapter 1 and I click on 1.2, then I also have, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have it yet. I'm going to have, you will have some written homework, and the written homework you will have to upload as a PDF, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So again, course units is where you're going to find most of your assignments, not all of your assignments, because you can see there's also practice tests and tests, and the video content for this course. Below course course units is the textbook. This is also super important and helpful. I strongly recommend using the textbook. So let's just click on 1.1 and look at the textbook. Notice that the textbook gives us lots of different examples that have been worked out with text beside them. And then if we scroll down, the other beautiful thing about this is it gives us lots and lots of practice problems with the answers so that you can check your work. And I strongly, strongly urge you and recommend that you use this book as supplemental practice, because there's a good chance that just doing the online homework and the written homework isn't going to be enough practice for you to prepare you adequately for the test. Okay, so again, the textbook, it's free, it's online. You can get a paper copy from the bookstore if you'd like to. You certainly don't have to. But again, it's a lovely, very helpful, useful resource. So under textbook, we can see practice tests. Right now, so if I click on test 1 review, you can see that I have a written review and answers. And you can do the same thing for chapters 3 and 4 and for chapter 5 and 6. Okay, so those are just practice materials for you. Under practice tests are your actual tests, and this will be taken down. This should not be here, but you will have, when the tests become available, they will be here. Okay, so under course content, you have communications. So a lot of students come into CCBC not even knowing how to check their student email, which isn't that surprising because it's a little bit tricky. So this document here walks you through it. And the big thing is that your username for your email is the same as your Blackboard login. But when you write your email address, it's at email.ccbcmd.edu. And a lot of students don't know that. Make sure you're checking your email daily. And if you want, you can even check your set your cell phone up so that it checks your email automatically as well, so you don't have to bother logging in. If you want to use Blackboard to interface or interact with students or me, you can click on email instructor and classmates and click on, either select users, for example. So you could, I think you have to come down here and pick me. And right here, Lumen Heather. You can also email any of these classmates. Please note that when you do this, what's going to happen is it's going to go to your CCBC email. It is not going to come to a messaging center in Blackboard. So this is only useful, this email instructor classmates, if you're checking your CCBC email. Otherwise, you're not going to get a response because you have to log into your CCBC email in order to see the response from me or from a student. Some other important things are how to upload PDFs. So in this class, you're going to have a written homework assignment every week, and you're also going to have to upload your work that's associated with quizzes or exams. And in order to do that, you need to use either Genius Scan or Adobe Scan. And I have some instructional videos that you can watch that teach you how to do that. And I'll probably be posting more as well. So the other thing that you're going to have to know how to do, in addition to upload a single PDF with multiple pages and multiple images, is how to use Respondus, which is an online proctoring software. So there's a bunch of videos here that walk you through and teach you how to use Respondus. And if you recall, there is a practice assignment for Respondus, and there's also a practice assignment that teaches you and helps you practice uploading PDFs. And those are all due February 7th, so make sure you do all those. Okay, so one of the last things that we need to look at are free tutoring and extra help. And the wonderful thing about CCBC is we have many, many resources. The first thing, of course, is the link to office hours. I'm using Zoom, and Zoom makes you use a password, so I just made it really simple. It's all caps, it's office. Okay, and again, you can click on this link to get into Zoom at any time, but I'm not going to be on the other end. I'm not going to be there unless it's these hours here that I've posted. Okay, so that's how you get into my office hours. In addition to my office hours, there will be Math Center hours at both Essex and Catonsville. Right now, they haven't been posted yet because they're not usually published until the first or second week of school. So stay tuned and wait for the Math Center hours. They will be posted as soon as they are available. The CCBC also has a Student Success Center, which is really exciting and awesome. They offer not only tutoring for subjects, but also what's called academic coaching, which is really exciting because it helps students with executive functioning skills like keeping on top of deadlines and staying organized and that sort of thing. And it's really wonderful and it's all free. So check out this website if that's something that interests you. The last thing that we have, in addition to my office hours, in addition to Math Center hours, in addition to Student Success Center, again, all these are free, we have this thing called tutor.com, which is a website, and you can talk to, basically chat with someone 24/7 to get content help. So the last thing that you can see here is the final exam. If you click on final exam review, you might notice that the final exam review and the answers have already been posted, and some extra practice that isn't reflected in these links is also posted for your practice and your help. Of course, you don't really need to worry about the final exam until it gets closer to the end of the semester, but I just wanted you to know that that is there for you. So that is it. That is the virtual tour of this course. At this point, what should you do? Well, now that you watched this video, you should go to course units. You should click on introductory assignments and go down to this course information quiz and see if you can answer all the questions.